Hey y'all. Okay, so you want to know the tea about Olaplex, what to do, what order to use it, all the tea. I'm your girl. I've been using Olaplex for 3 years on my natural hair, but here's a kicker. I believe there is a specific way in which you need to be using Olaplex. Don't listen to what that bottle says, okay? I said what I said. I know it says a certain order, but I do not follow that because it just doesn't make sense. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that and we can jump into that later. First, let's get some products at Ulta. This is officially my first time vlogging in public, so I really just wanted to be in and out. I had one thing on my mind, one mission, which is to grab the Olaplex that's in Ulta and run. But yeah, I ran into someone I knew. Hello, how are you doing? No, just the vibes. See ya. Who's my coworker? Now, it's not the fact that I don't like running into my coworkers. I don't think half of them really know what I even do and that I vlog and that I'm a content creator, and I just keep that on the low. You know, if they find out, they find out. It is what it is. But back to the mission. Let's get to Olaplex. So unfortunately, they don't have Olaplex here, and I have to go to the bigger store. So I gotta hurry up because they literally close in 30 minutes. So it takes 10 minutes to get to the bigger Ulta store, which means I have to run. Let's run. Let me hurry up. Not me out of breath. Girl, unbig your back. Ulta closes at 6 p.m. I try not to be that customer that walks in with like 2 minutes left to spare. Sometimes a girl has just got to do what a girl has to do. I'm gonna be quick though.
Why you always lying? Oh my gosh.
Okay, I made it inside. Y'all, tell me why I went down every single aisle and Big Ola girl was not in sight. Where is she at? There it is. I really want to try this clarifying shampoo. Apparently you're only supposed to use this maybe like once a month, but you can use this shampoo like all week on a weekly basis. So I'm excited to try it. Let's hop in the shower. I'm going to show you guys the order in which I use the Olaplex products, and at the end I will let you know the ones that are my favorite and the ones that I would suggest that you buy if you don't want to buy the entire line. So stay to the end and stay tuned. All right, welcome to my shower. First off, can we take a look at that back? Your girl has been in the gym, okay? Hey girl. All right, so this is today's lineup for today. We got the Olaplex 0, 3, 4, and 5. Now, when you are looking at the back of the Olaplex directions, one thing that you'll notice is that it's in numerical order, which is the way in which they want you to use the products. They want you to use a 0 with a 3, then go in with the 4, and then they want you to follow up with conditioner. Here is why I take their suggestions with a grain of salt. Because as a natural girly, we have so much products on our hair strands, we have got to start with cleansing it first, which is why I go straight in with the shampoo. One thing to keep in mind is that before Olaplex made its way to the natural hair community, it predominantly was used on women and people with looser, finer hair textures, right? So a lot of people who are in the 1A to 1B to 2B, you know the chart. The point that I'm trying to make is that typically people with finer hair textures like this are not washing their hair once a week. They're washing their hair every 1 to 2 days, right? And so if you are a natural and you're using all these thick butters and gels and all these things on your hair and then washing it once a week minimum, there is no way a treatment is going to be as effective if you're not starting off with a clean base. This is exactly why I start with the shampoo first, so that the treatment can actually have its full effectiveness when I'm using it. So I beg of you, if you have a kinkier, coilier hair texture, clean your strands before you go in with the 0 and the 3. Now, if you have a finer hair texture, I'm sure you can get away with using the 0 and the 3 straight on your hair when it's dirty before you shampoo. But if you don't have that, clean your hair strands, girl. Now that my hair is squeaky, clean it in a fresh pair of shoes on a basketball court, I'm going to go in with the number 0. Now, I like to make sure I wring out as much water as possible so that my hair strands aren't flooded with water. You can even try to towel dry it a little bit before if you want to, but wring out a lot of that water and then go in with the number 0. Now, a lot of people ask me, what's the purpose of the zero? Do I need it? Well, I asked Miss Olaplex, and she said that the purpose of the zero, which is also the intensive bond building treatment, is to boost the efficacy of Olaplex number 3. Olaplex number 3 is also known as the hair perfector. This helps reduce breakage, visibly strengthen your hair, and helps to repair and protect deep within your hair strands so that you can have healthier looking and feeling hair. Now, what this means in layman's term is that the 0 and the 3, they kind of sort of hit a little bit of a tango. You know what I'm saying? They got a little swag surf going on when it's in your hair strands so that your hair can feel a lot stronger. Now, for the people who want a little bit more science, let's take a trip to Olaplex.com. So, Olaplex has this ingredient right here. This is how you pronounce it.
Bisaminopropyl diglycol dimaleate.
Yeah, that. And so what happens is Olaplex, when it is on your hair strands, it goes deep within your hair cuticles and it bonds your hair together so that it repairs from the inside out. Now, if you want more of an explanation, take a trip to Olaplex.com and hop on your Zoom, sis. Now that I have the 0 and the 3 on my hair, it is working together, and the bottle says to leave it in for 10 minutes. So this is typically where I like to do my everything shower. I don't know about you, but the everything shower is enough to get through a deep conditioner. But because I'm filming and I'm not about to shower on camera, I just like to, you know what I'm saying, dance a little bit, hit a Dougie, because y'all know that the Dougie will never die. It's going to live to this day.
To this day.
After 10 minutes of hitting that Zuggy, girl, we took that clip out and my hair felt so strong. Like, I only use this treatment maybe like once a month, once every other month, but every time that I use the 0 and the 3, my hair always feels amazing. Now that the 0 and the 3 were left to do its thing for 10 minutes, it's now time to rinse and get ready to condition. If you learned at least one thing from this video, leave a like and subscribe. Be a part of the shenanigans, y'all, because we lit over here. Most importantly, I want to hear from you. Drop something in the comments and let me know what's one thing that you learned from this video, or have you ever thought of trying Olaplex in this order? Let me know down below. Now that all the water is wrung out of my hair, it is time to go in with the conditioner. The number 5 is said to moisturize and hydrate. It's supposed to help detangle and improve manageability, and also helps to repair and maintain healthy looking hair. Now, I will say from my personal experience, I definitely liked this conditioner. I would say that it definitely helped with limiting breakage, but I will say that it took a little bit longer to detangle than it typically does for me, because the slip was just okay. The slip was okay when it comes to detangling, but I will say my hair definitely felt stronger. So as I was looking through like my detangling brush, I noticed I didn't really have that much breakage. So I definitely think Olaplex is doing its job. Now, Olaplex number 5 is what's called their bond maintenance conditioner, and it has a special formula in it that helps to prevent breakage and deliver moisture to all hair types that's prone to damage or dryness. So specifically for my hair, because I'm high porosity, dryness is something that I have to combat often. And so within this conditioner, it has glycerin in it. And if you're not familiar with glycerin helps to attract moisture. It's a humectant, so it helps you to retain as much hydration and moisture as possible. As you can tell, I'm using a generous amount of conditioner to help me to detangle my hair. Here are some tips that I can give you when it comes to detangling so that you can limit the amount of breakage possible, because I don't think a lot of people realize this, but your hair when it's wet is actually in its most fragile state. So a lot of times people just want to rip through it with their detangling brush. I personally like to finger detangle as much as possible before going in with my tangle teaser or my my detangling brush, because even though your detangling brush does a really good job, it can still produce breakage for you if you're not being careful with it, especially when your hair is in its most fragile state when it's wet. Like I said, the slip on this was pretty good. It wasn't bad at all. I was definitely able to detangle my hair. I think the main reason I struggled is because I waited 2 weeks to wash my hair. But when the brush goes through my hair smooth like this,
now that's what I'm talking about.
it's just so satisfying. Let's hop in the shower, rinse this out, and I'm going to give you guys a full breakdown on the products that I would recommend and the top products that are my favorite. Let's hop out the shower. Side note, doing your natural hair consistently will result in your arms being ripped. Okay, bye. So if you're like, hey, Marche, that's great. I love your review, but maybe you just don't want to buy everything in the entire line, I would highly suggest that you get this right here. This is my favorite product out the entire line. The product that I was trying to mention before my mic died is the Olaplex 4. This is Marche approved. I highly recommend if you are going to buy anything out of the line, this will be it because it's such a great shampoo. It makes cleaning your hair so easy and you can use it on a weekly basis. It's a must-have. Next, I would definitely pair the shampoo with the conditioner. Now, for me, because Olaplex has that patent technology in all of their products, I like to keep the product line the same across the board. Now, if you're looking for more slip, then I would opt for the Olaplex Deep Conditioner, which provides a whole lot more slip, but this is a great conditioner to use on a weekly basis. Now, if you are trying to decide if you want to get the 0 with the 3, I highly recommend that you just start with getting the 3. Great to have the 0 if you want that extra bond repair, but number 3, girl, she can stand on her own 2 feet, and I think you're okay with just getting the 3 and leaving the 0 at the store. So if you're wanting to try Olaplex, I would highly recommend that you start with their mini travel size. That's exactly what I started. They had a little 2 and 4 ounce liter bottles, and I was able to try and experiment it on my hair. And I have been falling in love with using Olaplex ever since. So if you want to see how I style my hair and do a wash and go, click this video. I love y'all so much. See y'all in the next one. Bye.